It seems that everything I ever wanted in life was always out of reach. Status among my peers, relationships with women, money, I was dead broke, and looks, I was alright looking. And I thought I could achieve all of these things by going to the gym, building money so I could get status among men. With my status, I could convert that to money. With the money, I could have girls. And with the money, I could improve my appearance, buy better clothing, maybe fix my face. It all came from a realm of insecurity. I felt that I wasn't good enough, that who I was not enough, that I was too broken, and that I needed this status, I needed this money, I needed girls, I needed to become more handsome to become whole. And so I started bulking on and off for 2 years. I would have periods where I was eating 3,000 calories. I'd not seen enough progress because I'm very active. I get like sometimes 15,000 steps in a day. And then recently, I was like, right, I'm going hard, I'm locking in. I'm going on this bulk to maximize my muscle. I started eating 4,000 calories every day and going to the gym 6 days a week. That was dreadful. Saying it was exhausting was an understatement. I have a Fitbit and I was looking at the stats on my app. My recovery was dreadful. My heart rate variability, which is sort of like a sort of stat that you can use to see how well you recovered are. The average for the regular human is around 100. I was getting as low as 20 almost every single day. I was training hard, I was disciplined, I didn't let the voice in my head saying stop give in. And I was increasing weight. I was getting to what I thought I wanted. And when I got there, I felt scammed. I didn't feel whole. I didn't gain status among my peers. I didn't get guys suddenly coming up to me saying, wow, you're great. I didn't get girls starting to approach me. In the YouTube channel that I used to have when I'd, show off my body or whatever, I'd get compliments of guys, but I didn't get millions of views. I didn't go viral. I didn't start a flourishing business. I was still at square one. But now I had wrecked my body, wrecked my diet, got more unattractive, ruined my mental health. And for what? For things that are abstract, things that don't really exist, the validation of others. So I decided I needed to make a change. Clearly this plan was not working. Clearly I needed to rethink my strategy. So I did the unthinkable that I thought was just for noobs, just for gym beginners. I lowered my gym attendance to 3 days a week. And I've been keeping that up now for the past 2-3 weeks. My recovery in all my stats on Fitbit and just feeling in myself has been 10 times better. And it really made me sit and reflect, not just from the physical side, because I feel much better myself, but my mental clarity. And realizing how tainted my thinking was and how broken I was and how I just needed something else. I just needed a purpose, and I thought I was getting there. I thought I would finally be happy if I achieved status, if I achieved money, if I achieved girls, but the fact that I was searching for peace showed that there was not already a peace there. How could I become financially stable if I was mentally unstable? How could I gain status among my peers and become a strong leader when my foundations were brittle and weak? How could I have relationships with girls, have love for someone else, when I didn't truly love myself? And I did try to, it wasn't like I hate myself or anything, or I was in a depression, but I was stretching my body to the limit and being frustrated when I reached that limit. I would have days where I just have great sleep, but feel exhausted, feel in a bad mood on time. I started snapping at my loved ones, not feeling like I wanted to do anything, just wanted to sit around. Probably because I was training so hard and spending most of my time digesting food. Very counterproductive if you're wanting to use that energy for activity or for other tasks like business. I was confident in myself. I had a good self-esteem. But yet it wasn't as good as I thought it was. I thought I was untouchable. I thought I was going down the path that would make me better than everyone else, make me a millionaire, make me have options, pre-selection, the lot. I walked down that path, and when I was just about to reach the point of no return, I decided to stop, think to myself, what am I doing? This is self-destruction. This path has no end to it. It's just a straight drop down to the depths. So I stopped. I turned around. I saw where I was going. I turned around and came back to the fork in the road where there were multiple paths. And if you've come this far in the video, you may as well learn more about me. I've struggled with things like God, with things like faith, because I'm quite an overthinker, quite an intellectual. And I was thinking, how can I dedicate my life to a higher being that I'm not certain exists? I was never atheist. I never rejected God entirely. But I felt like dedicating to my life to something that I wasn't 100% sure of was scary. I needed certainty in my life, and I thought I had this certainty by going down this path, by controlling my diet, trying to get more money, trying to get more girls. And it was funny because, very ironic, because whilst I thought I was in control, I was being controlled by money. I was being controlled by lust. I was being controlled by the comments of others. I was being controlled like a puppet on a string by everybody else around me. Everything I saw on social media, everything people would say to me, what I thought was the correct thing to do. And when I came back to the fork in the road, I had an inclination. I can't really put it into words, but I wanted to go to church. I was very curious to learn. I wanted to know more things. I'd been watching a lot of Christian content as well as Islamic content, different religions, different perspectives on YouTube. I'd even been talking to people who are followers of Christ. And I was like, maybe this is what I need. And even if you're atheist, bro, even from a secular perspective, the idea of God is wonderful. A loving God is wonderful because he does not want you at your best. He doesn't want you at your worst. He wants you as you are. I was broken. I was trying to prove myself. I was trying to be someone and failed miserably. I was a complete failure. And yet he was there to point me in the right direction and to lead me along the path. And it's a powerful thing, man. Like I said, even from a secular perspective, thinking that you have God on your side, that you have the creator of the universe, the creator of water, the creator of life, the creator of the seasons, dogs, cats, all the animals in the ocean, every star in space. When you have that kind of individual on your side, you feel whole, you feel safe, you feel like everything's going to be okay. And this isn't just, you think that you're in the light of God, so you must give up everything and, I can stop going to the gym now because I'm a God believer. No. But he can set you up in the right path. He's saying you do this and it's good for you, but slow down, take a breather and reassess. How can you have fear when you've got Jesus Christ by your side? It baffles me, it amazes me. I've still got a lot to learn. But I've just become much more comfortable with uncertainty. And maybe I'll never be rich. Maybe I'll never be famous. Maybe I won't get status. Maybe I won't get girls. But I realized I didn't want these things anymore. And I realized that I don't need things anymore. I've got what I need. I've got everything I need in the present moment by the grace of God. Now it's up to you, my friend, to decide what you're needing in your life, what fulfillment you need, where you need to go. And I'll be here for you if you have any questions, if you are having any struggles. But you need to think to yourself, what do I need to do? I hope you've enjoyed this video, bro. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. God bless, and as always, you take very good care of yourself.